It's been amazing seeing how these two have competed against each other based on goals and achievements and Champions Leagues. And it's been amazing how they've helped define like an era, like a decade. When they go, we'll still be here. We'll still be talking football. And there are other guys that are coming in. There is a reason why Cristiano, the only team that you could really go to, is a dysfunctional Man United. And if you'd told me that Messi would get knocked out in the round of 16 in a Champions League, I would have bitten your earlobe off like a vampire from Kuwait. Is it over? That's like the first question. That's I think the question that people ask, like, is have we come to the end of this era of Cristiano and Lionel Richie, the Hobbit, easy Lionel Messi? Everything has to come to an end. So let's just start off here, because the weird thing is that you look at the hardcore fans, not the casual fans, like, bro, I mean, look at my shirts, bro. Fan of Ronaldinho, Del Piero, all these guys. So look, I'm fans of players, but the way people are intense fans of Cristiano and Messi and how they're, Messi did this, you always say to yourself, okay, what happens when they retire? Because it's almost as if like these guys don't know that, these guys will retire. I don't think they actually even have that concept or even that belief that they believe that these guys will retire, which is scary. But one thing you have to keep in mind that football existed before these two, and football will exist after these two. Football was the number one sport before these two, and football will continue to be the number one sport after these two. So Messi and Cristiano, because it's not a case of where, when Messi, Cristiano now retire, oh my gosh. No, football will still thrive. Football will still thrive. Like, who's the front cover on FIFA? It's Mbappe. Mbappe is, bro, I saw the guy on freaking CNN. He's one of the he's the most exciting young talent on the planet. So trust me, that touch will keep on going. But Messi and Cristiano did their thing to keep the touch burning, and Mbappe, Joao Felix, and all these kind of guys did the leagues. They'll carry it on through. But it's been interesting. It's been interesting though. Like, I'll keep it real. It's been interesting, and it's been amazing. Because again, I've never seen this before. Because remember, some of you guys, you grew up with these guys competing against one another. I was of the era of, okay, this was Ronaldo's time, then it was Zidane's time, then it was Dino's time, then it was reverse. So you just had a guy that maybe said what's up for 1 or 2 years, and that was it. So this whole thing of these two guys competing merely just on goals. Let's be clear here. They competed merely on goals. It was never a performance thing. I've said this time and time again. Messi has been and will always be the better all-round football player. Passing, playmaking, creating, dribbling, facilitating, and being able to play multiple positions. And goal scoring as well. Cristiano's qualities have mainly been about goal scoring, mainly. So, in terms of goals, it's been amazing to watch how they've taken goal scoring to a crazy new plateau, which is amazing in and of itself. But football is far more than that. Football has never been about, how many goals will people score? No. It's been more than that, and it's been deeper than that, because that's the beauty of the sport, is there's so many variables and complexities to do with the sport. But look, man, it's been fascinating and it's been amazing. But for me, I am glad that it's coming to an end. That's just been. I mean, I am glad it's coming to an end because it needs to come to an end. Because I'm like, football is far more than just two players competing. And I think that has been my frustration, because I have to comment about this because I'm a football channel, and you have to comment about what people want to view and what is relevant and in the news. But if it was down to me, I wouldn't be covering them as much as I do. I just do it because you have to feed the hunger and feed the interest of your viewership. But for me, as a guy who grew up watching football through the 90s and so on, no, football is bigger than any one player. It's bigger than any one player. So the rivalry, it's stupid because then, okay, my thing is, okay, this is cool. Now let's see what happens at the World Cup. Now what happens at the CL. So there are so many other things to view that we can't put all of our focus into, oh, did Messi or Cristiano score the most goals? Or who won the Champions right now? Which is why it is so apt what has happened that they've both gone out. Because I really believe in the universe speaking to us through symbols. I was always say that, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. And I really see that you can be given signs, specific signs through the world. And if we view it, man, what's it called? If we're to view it, because it's all started off so well. Because when Messi said he was going to PSG, we thought this is it. Like, this is how Messi gets his UCL. Because he has done so much for Barcelona, specifically in that 2019 season where he took that Bombers team to the semis and to cusp of a UCL. My gosh, if you pair him with Marquinhos, Verratti, Hakimi, Mbappe, Neymar, he'll at least make the semis, probably even the final, because this is a team who've already made the semi and made the final in the last 2 years. So the excitement of Messi going in and pairing with an Mbappe and Neymar, I was like, oh, bro. And yeah, I said it. I was caught in 8K, 50 goals in the Uber Eats, 60 goals in Uber Eats. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, this is strange because I believe Cristiano, I didn't think he'd be this good, but let's just go before, like, so Cristiano announcing him coming back. I was like, oh, wow. But it made sense. Because also, like, there were two clubs that he could go to near the end of his career. Sporting Lisbon, because that's his hometown team and the team that his mom supports, or United, where I think for Cristiano, that is where he felt greater affection. The greater affection he felt were two clubs, Sporting Lisbon, United. Real Madrid, it was about business, and look at the way that he left Juve, purely about business. But for Sporting Lisbon and United, there was a greater affection that it went beyond just business. So it made sense in coming back to United. So Messi, I thought, he's going to blow the Uber Eats open, and this could be the year that PSG actually win the Champions League if you now put Messi in there. For Cristiano, I thought, I wasn't sure. I knew he would score goals, but I wasn't sure to what extent he would score goals. But I just thought, okay, this is an interesting storyline here. But that's why the beauty of life is we just never know how things will end up. We never know how things will end up. And I think the beauty of even a film, a movie, is the twist. Is the twist of like, oh gosh, I never knew that was going to happen. Or, oh, did that really happen? Boom. And you see, for Cristiano, let's start with the good before we go to the bad. I think Cristiano has been super impressive. I think Cristiano has actually been more impressive than I thought he would be. Because you know what it is about Cristiano right now? I'm here to score goals, nothing more. So for Cristiano, I was like, okay, yeah, like, he's done what I expected him to do, but probably even more because of the amount of goals he's scored, and he's now second in the charts in the Premier League. I believe there was a chance he could take United all the way in the UCL, but him getting knocked out doesn't surprise me. So if you see what I say, so him getting knocked out, it doesn't surprise me. But I thought, oh, maybe he could say what's up to these guys. Messi is the one that shocked me. That is the one that truly, truly shocked me because I didn't believe it. Like, if you told me we would be in March and Messi would only have 2 goals and 10 assists in the Uber Eats, again, forget about what performance. If you just told me that he'd have 2 goals and 10 assists in the Uber Eats, I'd be like, what freaking Marvel multiverse Doctor Strange merchants are you trying to criticize? I was like, no, no. 2 Gs, 10 appearances, and we're in match? No. That's what I'd say. And if you'd told me that Messi would get knocked out in the round of 16 in the Champions League, I would have bitten your earlobe off like a vampire from Kuwait. I'd have done so. But I do believe that, you know, it's so apt what has happened because I think, again, I told you, it's the universe speaking to us and it's telling us that we are nearing the end now. We are nearing the end of these two, and the attachments that we've had towards them, you have to move on. Everything that has a beginning has an end. And the universe is telling us that it's been a great ride. It's an amazing ride. But the fact that they both went, and I think this is the second in a row, the fact that they both went out in the round of 16, they didn't even sniff a quarter or a semi. I just think is the universe telling us that, look, it is what it is. Because there is a reason why Cristiano, the only team that you could really go to, is a dysfunctional Man United. Because you're old and you're nearing the end. For Messi, it's maybe something speaking to you that you've joined one of the most talented teams in the world. But talent isn't enough. And the fact that you couldn't inspire one of the most talented teams in the world to get rid of their LSG losers mentality and take them all the way in the Champions League is maybe the universe saying that it's been a great ride. And it's been a great ride. It's been an amazing ride. But I'll keep harping on about this. Everything that has a beginning must have an end. That's just how life was. Everything that has a beginning, it must have an end. It must have an end. It must have an end. And you say that, what is next? Where do we go from here? Like, what is the next stage? Because this could be a very pivotal year for both of these guys. And I think this could be the definitive year for both of them. And it's that WC. Because again, as I said, I told you that football is bigger than any two people. And the reason why I've never really bought into the Messi Cristiano thing as much as other guys have is because what have they done in the World Cup? So, like, they can't really say what's up to homeboy, or to homeboy behind me, or to homeboy over there, because these guys, they've got, or to homeboy. Remember, he has one as well, '06. So, bro, all these guys have a WC. All these guys that you see here, they've all got WCs. They've all got WCs. So, I mean, you could see I'm a little bit of a WC merchant. I'm a little bit of a WC merchant. So, it's pivotal. So Messi is already in the competition, and I think Messi knows that. Yeah, this is it. Because I think even Messi himself doubts that I can be here, be as hungry, or be in the right frame of mind, physically and mentally, to go again in 4 years' time. So he knows that now this is my best opportunity to really cap off and put a real nice ribbon on a legacy. Because Messi knows that if I can inspire Argentina to a World Cup and star in a World Cup, because again, he didn't star in 2014, actually be the actual best player at the World Cup, leading into World Cup the way that Maradona did, then he knows that, okay, we now have to revise the GOAT conversation. Because right now, the only guys in the conversation really are Zidane, Pele, Donna. And for Cristiano, he needs to qualify first. He needs to qualify first, and I think Cristiano knows that if he qualifies, boom, this is my last hurrah. Because I think he knows that it would be crazy for him to say what's up in 4 years, and also, USA, I don't think you can leave me allowed in USA. But he needs to qualify. Turkey are saying what's up, and potentially Italiano in the final. So he just needs to first qualify. And if he doesn't qualify, I think he'll qualify. But if he doesn't qualify, I think that could now be, yet again, the world and the universe and the football gods saying, we're not pushing you, we're not forcing you, but you may have to give serious thought to now say, yeah, I think it's time to pack it in. I think it's time to pack it in. So it's a pivotal year for both. It's a massive year for both, and I think this could be truly the definitive year, because my thing, I don't know what's going to happen with PSG in the future, because with Mbappe leaving, Neymar probably will believe it could be a whole new team. I don't. Who knows whether Messi would even stay there? I'm hearing that Messi wants to return back to Barcelona. For Cristiano, if United don't finish top four and they don't end up in the Champions League, I don't know what Cristiano does, because I just don't see Cristiano playing in the Europa League. So we don't even know what happens. So this is such an important year, the year of our Lord 2022. It is such an important year for these two. Um, but as I said again, it's been swell. It's been amazing. Like it's it's been interesting. As I said again, for me, I am more into football. That's what they call it. It's called the Hartford Football Hut. Oh, sorry, it's called the Hartford. What the hell? Yeah, it's called the Hartford Football Hut. Okay, the Hartford Football Hut. Okay, I'm about football, which is more than just two players. But from a step back, it's been interesting seeing these two guys because football is more than any one person, two people, or three or four people. So the rivalry is just something that's been manufactured, because I've always said to myself that this isn't football. Football as an entity is ever existing. We have this generation, then we have the next generation, then we have the next generation. And I think what some people have tried to do is almost that, oh, Messi and Cristiano are bigger than football, where no. And that's the thing. I think they've tried to liken them almost to what Jordan was for basketball, because let's keep it real. Jordan became bigger than basketball. Let's keep it real. Muhammad Ali was bigger than boxing. There isn't a Michael Jordan or Muhammad Ali equivalent in football. There just isn't. Now, some would argue that at a point, Pele may have been bigger than football. You couldn't make that argument, but I would still push back and say no, and that's just why football is so amazing. That's why we're involved in truly a special sport, because football is just too great. It's so dense, it's so multi-layered, it's so complex, it's so multi-layered that it's too big. For football, it's too much of this huge demon that there is no one player that can be bigger than it. It can't. Because as much people say Messi, Cristiano, but then you look at their World Cup record, which matters. So to truly, like, the person who's come closest to truly conquering football is it's him. Because the Ziz, UCL winner, scored in the UCL final. World Cup winner, scored in the World Cup final. So he said what's up on both plateaus, internationally and club-wise, and he's been exemplary and achieved dud and true exceptional quality in both international and the club game. But even then, you can still pick at, okay, what about what he did in Juve? What is his consistency for Real Madrid? Was he even the best player in 98? 06, he was amazing, but what did he do in the final? So it is very hard for someone to be. There is nobody in football that has the kind of otherworldly greatness that Muhammad Ali had in boxing, or the true extreme superb quality that Michael Jordan had in the NBA. So football just doesn't have that equivalent, which I think it just shows you how difficult or a sport football is. I'm not putting down any other sport. I'm not. But football, it's such a technical sport. It is so complicated that it is very hard to truly be supreme in a sport of football based on all the variables. So I'm not putting down the sports, but it is easier to truly be amazing in boxing or basketball, or maybe even tennis, I'd say, than football, because football, I believe, is one of the most complicated sports that's out there, So as much as it's been amazing seeing how these two have competed against each other based on goals and achievements and Champions Leagues, and it's been amazing how they've helped define like an era, like a decade. When they go, we'll still be here. We'll still be talking football, and there are other guys that are coming in. It's like it's been interesting to Messi must think coming to PSG. Who's been the true star of PSG? Mbappe. Everything was about Cristiano. What's he going to do against Atletico? But who was the real star there? Felix. And both of these guys represent the future. I think aren't they both now number 7? I think they're both number 7. I think yeah, Mbappe is now number 7, and João Felix is number 7. So yeah, that's interesting. So the the future is bright. The future is orange. No, I mean like the future of football, I think, is in good hands, and I think for Cristiano and Messi, it's all about what do they do when all is said and done this year. And my question, maybe this is a question to you guys: Do if this is the last pivotal year for them, who is most likely to walk home with that World Cup to truly cap off a truly amazing legacy and career? Like that vid, subscribe, one love.